Hey actors, it's Wendy Alane Wright, Hollywood talent manager in Los Angeles, California. And again, I am fired up by the conversations that we had last night in Hollywood Winter Circle Academy. And why? Because we were talking to dialect coach Chris Lang. Now, Chris Lang is a Harvard graduate, an incredible actor, and one of the top dialect coaches in the business. And he was speaking live, we're on Zoom, but live on Zoom in the Hollywood Winter Circle Academy. And every single week, all of the actors that are at school there are learning from agents, managers, casting directors, working actors, accent coaches, voiceover artists, commercial artists, good God, producers, directors, writers. Whew, it's an amazing experience when you're at Hollywood Winter Circle Academy. The connections that you make and the people that you meet and what you learn there, amazing. But last night we were talking to Chris Lang, and he was talking about the value of studying dialects and why that's important, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So you might not even think about this very often, right? But every single person that you hear speaking has a unique voice, a unique sound to their voice, tone, style, rhythm, cadence, a unique accent. And wherever you are in the world, you put 10 people in a room, they don't all talk alike. Some are higher, some are lower, some are faster, some are deeper. Everybody has their own unique voice. And no one else on earth has your voice. So that's one of the things that makes you unique, right? Also, actors need to study and learn dialects. And that is really, really important. And I want to tell you why. Every character you play has a different voice. Every single character you play has a different voice than another character you played, because they're all individual, different human beings. Now, there are some actors like Meryl Streep, one of the greatest actors of all time, who every character she plays, she changes the tone of the voice, the sound of the voice, the rhythm of the voice, the placement of the voice, because she knows that every single character she plays is a different person, so obviously they have a different voice, right? But what a lot of actors don't do is, and all actors don't have to do that, but the good ones do, actors are not always aware that they need to study dialects. And this is why that's important. This is why that's important, okay? When you expand the amount of dialects you can do, you expand your casting opportunities, because you can play so many different kinds of people. When you can speak with a Boston regional accent, or a Southern accent, or a British accent, or a New York accent, a Brooklyn accent, a Midwestern accent, a Tennessee accent, a Hispanic accent. Well, if you're Hispanic, you probably already have a Hispanic accent. But the more accents that you can do, imagine how many more jobs you can work. Now, every single person you see is not going to become an expert or want to become an expert at dialects. But I'm speaking directly to those actors who do want to develop dialects. Now, what Chris talks about is you should work on developing the dialects that you're most likely going to be cast as. When we look at you, we think that person could be Jamaican, African, from Bahamas, maybe they are, and we look at as, or this Mexican person, or maybe they look Hispanic, like European. Or maybe they look South American. Are they Guatemalan? Are they Costa Rican? Are they, from Honduras, South America? Where? We tell by the person's look, and then we say, you know what? You should learn a couple of these dialects, because that's how you're going to get cast. Now imagine when you can, if you're a black person and you can play Nigerian, what's it called? Bahamas, whatever other, I can't come up with things up. I'm not a dialect coach, so I don't have to. But if you learn those different dialects, you're going to be more marketable, you're going to be more castable, and you're going to be able to find more jobs. So I want to encourage you to add training with your dialects to your list of classes you need to take. And another really, really, really important thing is, if you have a natural Brazilian accent, or Yugoslavian accent, or Russian accent, you never want to get rid of your natural accent. Ever, ever, never, 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 ever, 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 ever. You never want to get rid of your natural accent, because you will be cast using that accent. what you want to do is learn additional accents, right? So, for example, any actor, Russell Crowe, Nicole Kidman, that comes from Australia, they don't lose their Australian accent. They learn to speak perfectly with an American accent. Now, an American accent has numerous regions, southern, northern, eastern, western. So if they're going to play roles of the northern American, southern American, eastern, they got to learn all those dialects, right? You're not just going to have one dialect like you talking from the South, and then you could play every single person in America with that accent. No, you can't, right? So, you know, a British actor, it doesn't lose their British accent. No, but they learn an American accent, and they know that if they want to work in American movies, they have to learn that accent so well. But they also have to learn different accents in America, too. Now, if you are an American and you speak with a Southern accent, you really need to learn a New York accent, a New York Jew accent, a accent from someone in California. Oh, my God, right? You got to learn different accents. There's a technique that once you learn the technique of how to pick up accents and how to learn accents, then you apply it. And I don't mean accents, I mean dialects. My bad. There's a technique that you learn the tools of how to learn a new dialect. And you master that technique of how to learn a new dialect, how to learn a new dialect. Once you've mastered that technique, then you use that technique to pick up other dialects easily. That's the key. So what you do want to study is the technique for how to pick up dialects and really work hard at that. When you have that ability, you'll be able to pick up any dialect in the world. Isn't that freaking mind-blowing? Reach out to the Dialect Coach Chris Lang. You can Google him. Maybe we'll put it in the notes down below. Dialect Coach Chris Lang. He will teach you everything you need to know about how to learn dialects. And he will also teach you so much information about, well, sometimes people do need to reduce their accent a little bit, especially if we can't understand it at all. So if you speak with such a heavy accent that we can't understand that, you're going to have to reduce that a bit so that we can make it clear. But never get rid of your accent or your original dialect, okay? I hope this was helpful to you. I just get so fired up when I talk to great coaches that teach amazing things. And also, if you have an audition and you have to put on a dialect, like you have an audition in 3 days and it has to be a Southern dialect, call Chris Lang, text Chris Lang, find him online and set up a coaching session with him, because he will work with you with that script and that dialect so that you can go in there and kill it in that audition. Woo, woo! You need great coaches if you want to do great work. That's my thought for today, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I don't know when you're watching this, but it's 11:44 at night, and why the hell do I always have so much energy? I love you guys. I really need to go to sleep, so I'm going to try to figure out how to calm myself down. But it's really hard when you do what you love and you're excited to help actors. And if you know me, you know I'm like that excited about helping you. That's how excited I am about helping you become a success and how to be an actor. I love it. I love what I do. I love helping actors, and I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, bella.